All right, boys, the very first TWAB of the new season has dropped this week at Bungie. They go into how the Trials passage / Trials card is going to work, how Boones are going to work. They explain that. They explain how they have a new updated security system to help against network manipulation going into Trials of Osiris. They have the new stat tracking and the update on that. Anyone that lost their, hard-earned stats on an emblem, they speak about that. We got everything. Let's get into it. So first up, this is by Cosmo. They say, this week at Bungie, a collision course was set. With the launch of Season of the Worthy, Guardians are heading into the wild to discover lost Seraph bunkers and power up Rasputin's defenses to take on this new threat. Here is a quick look at some of what you can expect during the new season of Destiny. Then they have the whole gameplay preview. If you haven't seen that, well, then you can just Google it, I guess, because we're not going to watch that here. Don't want you sitting here forever. Now, next up, they say, before we embark on the first TWAB of the new season, we'd like to acknowledge some feedback that we've been seeing in the wild. We had a large change to emblems and stat trackers, which we'll be talking about later in the TWAB. We're also seeing some discussion on the new weapons of the new season and lack of ritual weapons for Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit. The team is currently reviewing and discussing the feedback, and we will be looking to talk about our goals for weapons in a future TWAB. Please bring back ritual weapons. I was really looking forward to them. That's honestly one of the big things I look forward to every season, and seeing that this season doesn't have ritual weapons just really kind of made me sad, to be honest with you. So next up, they say there are a variety of other topics from Eververse to armor mods, which we are collecting feedback on and discussing internally as a team. While we don't have any specific changes to announce at this time, we wanted to make sure you know that we see the feedback and are actively discussing this internally. Once we have more information, we'll be sure to let you know. Then they go on to say, it's been a wild launch week, but we're just getting started. Tomorrow's Friday, and that day isn't just reserved for Xur anymore. Trials returns, and we've got a bit to talk about to get you prepared. Then they go on to Trials returns. In case you still haven't heard, Trials of Osiris returns this season. The first weekend of action-packed high-stakes PvP starts tomorrow. Let's set the mood, shall we? And then today, they actually launched a brand new Season of the Worthy Trials of Osiris gameplay trailer. Then they go on to say, for everyone not familiar with Trials of Osiris, here's a quick rundown of what to expect. The game mode is 3v3 elimination, using the same rules showcased in the last few seasons. The key difference is that Saint will be calling the matches, and now your power matters. You must be 960 power to participate. Your Trials passage or card is your ticket in. Try to get as many wins as possible before you hit 3 losses and have to start over. Earn a flawless victory by winning 7 matches with no losses. You can reset your Trials passage at any time by accessing the items in your quest or on the Trials of Osiris activity node. One change from the previous Trials of Osiris is that there are no boons that you will need to purchase and apply. Instead, there will be 5 different Trials passages you can choose from that offer different bonuses built in, like forgiving 1 loss per run or granting bonus experience from wins that increase with the number of wins on a ticket. This is big, as last time we had Trials of Osiris, we had boons that, you bought a Trials passage and then you could just apply, different types of boons to it and it would give you different benefits. Now, you have to get a specific passage or a specific card that will give you just one certain benefit. They then go on to say players will also be able to earn Trials tokens to turn into Saint 14 to increase their reputation and earn Trials engrams. Any tokens that a player doesn't spend that week will be removed when Trials ends at the next weekly reset, so spend them if you got them. For one, this kind of confirms that you're going to be able to earn this armor, these weapons, from not, having to go to the lighthouse. You're going to be able to earn them just through reputation rank up packages by turning in your tokens to Saint. But also the fact that these tokens are going to expire at the end of every weekend means that you can't just stockpile them and wait for, let's say, next season and then wait for Trials to come around that weekend and then you kind of just max out your light. So, I guess that is pretty good. It prevents players from just stockpiling them, and it also makes you use them as you get them. So that's cool by me. They then go on to say we have more details on all these features and how Trials of Osiris will work in our full Trials of Osiris help article. So if you do want to read that, you can. If you want to know how Trials also works, I also made a video on it, so you can check that out. Trials of Osiris will match you with opponents based on connections and how many wins you have logged on your current passage. Now, I will say one thing right now. I don't think that will be the case. We've seen with other Trials of Osiris past matches back in D1 that they also said the same thing, and it never actually did that. You never actually matched with people that were around the current wins that you had on your passage. I don't know. I'm hoping that it does, but if it's anything like competitive, last night I literally hopped into competitive for the very first time this season, literally had 0 points and was getting matched with people that were in the 2500s to 3000s. So I don't think that's actually going to happen. Just throwing that out there, but I mean, I hope it does. I really hope that we do end up matching people based on our current wins on our trials passage. Now, next up, we have just some stuff from the whole Crucible, security team. They say, in preparation for Trials of Osiris, our security team has been hard at work protecting the integrity of the Crucible. We're always working to improve our defenses against cheats and other malicious activity. Recently, we've improved our methods of combating those who feel like they don't need to play by the rules. We will be keeping a close eye on Trials of Osiris, where the stakes are even higher. New server-side security features have been deployed specifically for Trials of Osiris, and we hardened our network layer to make it more resilient to network manipulation. We've also increased our staffing to be able to handle the review and banning of cheaters. Because the ongoing battle with cheating is fought primarily with information, we can't go into exact details on our methods, which might tip off would-be cheaters on ways to get around them. We can assure you we take cheating seriously, and we will continue to work to both prevent it and punish any offenders. Then they go on to tracker tracking. In Season of the Worthy, all emblems have been converted to use our new stat trackers. That means all emblems will be inspectable and can have trackers equipped or not. When designing this system, our overall goal is to provide players more ways and options to show off their accomplishments. Our first selection of stats were determined by prioritizing stats that represented a skill that could be improved week over week or season over season, and be an accomplishment that players would want to display that was meaningful to other players. Because of that, some stats that couldn't be completed or improved any longer were included. Example, all these people out here that grinded to 1,000,000 fractaline, they just can't show it off anymore. We believed in these requirements in principle, but strictly applying them retroactively unfairly removed your ability to show off accomplishments that you could flaunt in seasons prior. It was a change made with good intentions, but was the wrong way to roll out a new system. We've identified some stats that can be added back in a future patch, and we wanted to share them with you. We are currently planning to add these stat trackers back in an update later in the season. Then, these stats that are being added back: lifetime stats, season dude. Season 8 season pass rank earned, season 9 season pass rank earned, and fractaline donated. Account, lifetime, kills as a sentinel titan, kills as a striker titan, kills as a sunbreaker titan, kills as a flowwalker hunter, kills as a night stalker hunter, kills as a gunslinger hunter, kills as a stormcaller warlock, kills as a dawnblade warlock, and then kills as a voidwalker warlock. Next up is Crucible lifetime, gold medals earned, longest glory win streak, and then total valor resets. And then finally, Destination lifetime, Pit of Heresy solo flawless completions. Now my question is, when are they going to add a stat that shows the exact date that your Guardian was made? I would love that. All right, I would love to flex that my character was made on the day that Destiny 1 launched. I would love, just it be under like account or career, and it shows, the day that your current character was made, and it'll change if you put on another character or something like that. I really want that. I really want a stat or just a date option that shows like when your character was made. I think that's cool because they have the ability to do it. Like if you go into a legacy and you play Destiny 1 on the start screen where you select your character and you select the legacy option, it literally tells you the date that you completed certain raids and stuff like back in Destiny 1. So I know they have the capability to do it. I'm just waiting for them to do it. Then they go on to say, this list isn't complete yet and we plan to add to it before the update is released. As a note, none of the stats that were previously tracked have been lost. We're storing them all. Some stats would take a bit more work to return to the fold, and we'd love to see more player feedback to help us prioritize which you'd like to see return in the future. Feel free to sound off on the Bungie.net forums, DTG subreddit, or even Twitter. We've got eyes everywhere. Which emblem stats did you find the most valuable and why? That's what I want to ask you all. Which emblem stats did you all like flexing the most? Let me know. I want to know. Next up is a big one. This one is the player support title. As we all know, this is Season of the Error Codes. I've gotten error coded more in the past 3 days than I have in my entire time playing Destiny 2 on PC for the past 5 months. It's getting kind of ridiculous, but they do address some things here. Now getting right into the known issues, these are the issues that they currently know of and that they are working on. While we continue investigating various known issues, here's a list of the latest issues that were reported to us in our #help form. Swapping energy on a fully masterworked or modded armor piece will incorrectly show that it can no longer be upgraded. If this occurs, please exit and re-enter the detail screen. The planetary material auto collection bunker upgrade is not awarding the correct number of planetary resources. Next, for the EDZ Seraph bunker upgrade, tier 1 requires completing challenges from Zavala, Shax, the Drifter, Banshee, and Hawthorne. I really don't know how that's a issue, but I mean, if you had that issue, let me know. Next up is interacting with this statue of the thing in the Shadow Throne that I can't pronounce may cause crashes, so be careful. Next up is faction rally ornaments cannot be applied to their respective class items. That's a big one. I actually have some old faction rally ornaments and I just can't put them on. Kind of mad about that, but whatever. Then we're investigating crashes issues occurring in Gambit for players on PS4 and Steam. This is a big one. Last night on stream, I was playing Gambit. I crashed probably 5 times in the span of like an hour. Like I couldn't stay in more than 3 games total before my game just completely crashed and died. So really hope they get that fixed soon. Then the Ward of Dawn ability for Code of the Protector Void Titans is not generating 3 orbs of light on activation. And then the Titan ornament for the Greaves lost its glow effects. So I mean, I guess that's pretty priority. So yeah, there we go. The rest of the TWAB is just the movie of the week and all that good stuff. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How are you enjoying season of the Worthy? Are you enjoying it? Are you having error codes out the butt, man? Because I know I am. I'm enjoying the season, but there's a lot of error codes right now, and it's a zoo out there with how many animals are throwing at me. So yeah, let me know your thoughts with the current season and all the stuff they talked about in the TWAB in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.